Welcome back to the Oi Rio Pro opening day of the waiting period, and we're getting started with the women's Silvana Lima out in the water along with Tatiana Weston-Webb and Sally Fitzgibbons. You can see the Brazilian pride on the beach.
But Tatiana, super strong on both her front side and her backhand. This young lady has been rattling the cages for quite some time. Thanks, Kipes. What a heat this is. I mean, this is the qualifying round here, seeding round, I should say, and up and riding.
So this is Tatiana's second wave. We'll get back to the first wave on the replays, but Tatiana coming out firing. Unfortunately, can't finish that last turn with that tail drift.
Looking strong here this morning. Big snap off the top on that occasion, and another nice little drifting turn there from Tatiana. Didn't quite ride out of that last maneuver, but a great start.
Identical, 3.33. Another 3.33 out of a possible 10 range, so she want to do better than that. Sally Fitzgibbons on the backhand. Nice high line carve there. Fitzgibbons winds up off the bottom and carves again right under the lip. Building some momentum. Great tempo for Fitzgibbons. Wave tapers off. She has to relinquish herself to a cut back into the white water. Is going to stick with this one. Looking for a closing maneuver as we get to the shallows, and Fitzgibbons is able to put it down water pro.
Yeah, Sally's an absolute machine on the backhand, Kaipo. I mean, she's done a lot of damage in this event over the years. Go back to Cloudbreak as well. Just a phenomenal performance on the backhand attack. Big searing turn there to kick it off. I love that nice deep low bottom turn into that top turn combination. It's what the judges want to see. And then, as you said, this wave kind of went a little sleepy, so just milking it all the way through. She's not going to really get points for the length of ride, but this last turn here, that's exactly what's going to get points. Extra half point at least on the end of that wave there. So a great start for Sally. It's going to get her on the board.
These are our water safety team will take the surfers and deposit them back out in the lineup. Tatiana Weston-Webb here on a good-looking left and attacking the lip a couple of times before having to jump off of that. That was some aggression pops.
Yeah, absolutely. The crowd loved it too. I mean, you could hear the crowd sort of light up when Tatiana and Silvana walked down towards the water's edge. That on the inside, it's not going to hurt too much. And then Tatiana Weston-Webb in full attack mode through the lip there on that occasion. And then that wave shut down, so Tatiana kicks out of that one. The passionate crowd.
Here's Lima. Opening carve. Patient off the bottom. A little stuck on that second turn. She's going to make up for it here, though. Frothy inside section. And it's going to stick with it. Just gets bounced off by a little bit of backwash in the shore break area, but got all the damage done in the first two turns outside. So nice competitive heat and a great start.
Silvana Lima on the backhand. Sort of drawing off the crowd. Energy here in Brazil. A couple of nice backside maneuvers, just waiting for this wave to stand up. Now it does. Hooks into a nice turn there from Silvana Lima. So looking at this wave again, a lot of damage.
There's our Jeep leaderboard. You can see with Sally Fitzgibbons, currently number 4 on the rankings. Silvana Lima floats it on the backhand, but gets a little caught up on the landing, so she's going to have to reset and try again. 18 minutes and 20 seconds counting down. This is what creates these channels and these peaks, as well as just the way that this beach is facing. It really gathers a lot of swell. Sally Fitzgibbons here showing some smooth backhand surfing with a lethal second turn, but just can't hang on to it. It was on her toes. I thought she had it, Potts.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought she had it all day long. So consistent on her backhand.
Patiently. Here's a replay. What went wrong? It looks like she started off so well, Potts.
Yeah, faded nicely, which really put her in a good position for that first turn. Second turn, just jammed it. Just catching that rail. Catching that inside rail, just burying it a little bit too deep. You know, she's back. I think she's surfing incredibly well, and she's going to be there by the end of the year.
Heat leader Tatiana Weston-Webb getting loose there off the top. A little fin drift hangs through that. Now you can see a little bit of that reverb and backwash. She handles it nicely. Can she finish? And yes, she does.
Let's have a look at Tatiana's wave here. First turn, connecting nicely, letting those fins slide, showing some pizzazz, a bit of commitment right there. And then milks it through that flat section to finish strong. Got to start strong and finish off on your feet, really throw big points your way.
Sally Fitzgibbons finding a right, and she's able to finish off. Maybe looking for a little bit more of a reform on the inside, as this right's known to do. Sticks with it. No reform for her, but a nice finish for Fitzgibbons.
Yips, you know, you sort of second doubt yourself. This is a good settler for Sally after wiping out on that left. Just getting the ball rolling again, getting that confidence back up, and she did exactly that. Don't know whether it's going to be one of her keeper scores by the end of the heat, but just another little momentum builder. just getting herself back on track, back in the right sort of frame of mind. So she needs to somehow find a good wave and get herself back in this heat.
Yeah, remember, go to worldsurfleague.com and make your own picks. Get involved. Sally Fitzgibbons getting involved in this right-hander. A little sleepy for the start. Has to have just a roundhouse cutback. Nice layback hack there for Fitzgibbons, and she finishes off looking to better her low of a 4.23. She needs a 7.33, however, to take the lead off of Tatiana Weston-Webb, who has been putting on a commanding early performance.
Silvana Lima normally does that when she's had a good wave.
Here it is.
Let's have a look here. Bottom turn, setting it up there. Just kind of caught the rail just a little bit. Now she needs to pick it up. Keep it nice and clean from here on in. Another nice turn there from Silvana Lima. Combination of major maneuvers. Judges want to see that radical surfing. And she kicks out of that. So a bit of a sleepy start to it. Caught the rail a little bit, which wiped a bit of speed off, but then picked up the pace towards the back part of that wave. 4.91 required.
Quite famous, your former Big Wave Tour champion.
Yeah, thank you, Kaipo. But in the water, looks like we got the older Brazilian in this heat.
We got Sally Fitzgibbons up and out of that one.
So I'm looking forward to seeing her performance here today.
Weston-Webb, current heat leader, and been showing aggressive throughout this entire heat. Again, back up in the lip, nice lip line glide. Big snap there, throwing the tail again. Unloading on this wave. Replay of Tatiana Weston-Webb showing some aggression in her surfing.
Yeah, I mean, she always does. Every time she paddles out, one of the most tenacious competitors out there. She's got the moves as well. There it is, that big fins-free snap. And then through the lip, the crowd started getting into it.
Inside, but she did a ton of damage on that left-hander right behind her. Silvana Lima, unfortunately, pokes the nose on that final maneuver.
Well, we're still waiting for scores to come through from Silvana's last ride, Kaipo. It just got locked in. Have a look at that. Right behind her, Silvana Lima needs to crank it up. Sally Fitzgibbons going to come back at her for sure. Silvana pokes the nose and goes over the handlebars.
Lima is going to continue surfing through this one. Nice carve off the top, smooth off the bottom, smooth off the top for the finish. And she may have just increased her lead over Sally Fitzgibbons.
Wow, Silvana Lima, that was definitely right up there with a couple of her best waves. Is that what I was saying? You know, this is breaking further inside. Maybe Sally should have come a little bit closer in. A couple of big snaps there from Silvana Lima. That felt good, that last maneuver. Looked clean, looked sharp. And unfortunately for Sally, she got left waiting.
Well, it's going to be Tatiana Weston-Webb along with Silvana Lima moving on into the round of 16. Elimination round bound for Sally Fitzgibbons. We'll be back with more action as we continue to roll through here at the OI Rio Pro.